at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Coffeyville, Kansas. The women took care of business in the first game by a 2-1 score. Goals from Mia Herr and Val Stewerman. Mia Herr went ahead and took the player of the game for that first match. Did a great job in the first half, creating chances. Second half, finally got one in. We were able to take the victory. Second game here, Blue River Community College out of Independence, Missouri versus the men from Coffeyville Community College. We have a guest in our booth tonight doing the game with me. None other than the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan Butcher. Welcome, Ryan.
Good evening, Dirk.
Nice to have you here in the booth.
Nice to be here.
Awesome. So we start off here. Coffeyville Community College 3-0 coming into the game. Adele Ansaldo, 2 goals. Gabe Trujillo, 2 goals, leading scorers for the team.
Currently a 3-0 record.
Nice. Now, Ryan, what have you seen so far from CCC men? What are you looking for tonight?
Well, I'm looking for them to continue that great attack that they always do. They're very, very aggressive up front. They clear from the back. They do those long balls. They catch them, and they put them into the box with a lot of pace behind it.
Nice. And again, women winning that first game. Score of 2-1. Ball sent in by Blue River. Cleared out by CCC. Back to Blue River, though. And you're exactly right. Last year's attack from Paulo Vach and Mike Amaral, very stiff, as we see another attack in the middle there. Ball sent over to Ansaldo. Ansaldo tries to send it long. Stillman comes in.
Just barely.
Just barely. And so let's take this time to announce the starting lineup for CCC. Number 1, Walker Farrar. He'll be in goal. Jonathan Galvin. Luis Leal. Adel Ansaldo. El Crack. Aziz Zuniga. Trey Silman. Mateus Ribeiro. Michael Galvin. Gabe Trujillo. Jonathan Borges. Gorgeous Borges. And number 24, James Ingram. Nice battle there in the middle. Blue River coming out with that one. Good job by Borges, though, to clear that one out. Out of touch. This will play over to Blue River. Now, you were able to watch the women's game, right?
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Butcher, what did you think about that game overall?
I got to tell you, that first goal from the outside off of the right foot, very, very difficult angle.
True.
She really deserves to get player of the match just for that shot, if nothing else. And there was a lot.
And Mia Herr did get the game player of the match there. Ball going all the way back to Blue River goalie. That was a quick counterattack there, quick transition. Ball was in CCC box. Before you know it, it's in Blue River's box. Nice header there. Silman's going to send it forward, trying to find Zuniga there on the right-hand side. Ribeiro, though, is going to pick it up. Nice possession there. Maybe looking to switch it here. James Ingram sends it forward to Trujillo. Trujillo tries to find El Crack in the middle. To no avail. Ball will go out over to CCC.
So just out of curiosity, how did he get that name?
It was a nickname that was carried on last year by the players. Mike and Paulo, I must say. Pete Montez, some of those guys. I think he's just carrying on the legend.
And he's doing a good job of it.
Yes, way to be, Adele. Way to be. Ball out of touch to Blue River. Throw goes long. James Ingram going to clear that. Gabe gets up pretty high for that one. And Saldo, pretty good vision. Had a run over there on the right-hand side. Mateus picks it up. Silman back to Mateus. Mateus back to El Crack. El Crack takes the shot at it.
Oh, just over the bar. Not a bad idea, though. There was a lot of good passes to set that up and a good shot from far outside the box.
Definitely so. And I think that's why they call him El Crack. Right there. I think that's why, because he took a crack at the ball. Ooh, dangerous ball going through the middle there. Mateus is going to pick it up. Mateus sends it to the middle. Trujillo not able to handle that one, though. Ball back over to Blue River. Pretty good attack so far from CCC. Playing with good pace.
Pretty good attack. Good pressure on the goalie. Nice shot from outside. keeps the goalie honest. Technically, only about 2% of shots from outside the 18 go in, but if you take a few and make sure the goalie can't ever just sit back and wait for you, he has to be on his toes.
If you want to win the raffle, you have to buy a ticket.
Exactly. Couldn't have put it better myself.
All right. Pretty good play here in the middle. El Crack sends it forward. Headed out by Blue River. He saw Trujillo over there on that left-hand side. If that would have got through, that could have been trouble.
It was really close, but looks like it was headed out by the Blue River defense. It looks like they got a lot of men back.
They must know about this CCC attack overall. They must have watched film. Ingram's going to clean this up. Sends it over to Trujillo. Trujillo, not a bad ball in. Wow.
Goalie got a hand on it, so CCC will get the first corner of the game.
All right. First corner of the game. We like to see this attack overall. Who's going to take this? Going to take it quickly? Nope. Mateus is going to go over and send in an outswinger here. Plenty of people in the box here for CCC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Got 2 defenders inside.
Ball goes in. Not bad.
Here it comes back.
Cleared out by Blue River. Ingram gets on the end of that one. Gonna retreat just a little bit there. Sends it back to Galvin. Galvin looking at his options. Sends it forward to Mateus. Mateus tried to send that one on to Zuniga, but no luck there. And Saldo, nice job there. Pretty good defense. Now, was that judged out there?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
That was indeed very good defense. Sometimes you just got to hold at the plate and give your midfielders a chance to come back, but he was able to shepherd the ball out too. So
nice job. What's the hold up here? Let's see, getting some things worked out. Go ahead and have a throw in from CCC. They're going to go long with that one. Can Trey catch up to that one? No, he can't. Blue River will send that back to the goalie. Headed on Mateus. He's a pretty big guy in there, number 10. Gets his head on that one. Trujillo, another pretty tall guy.
We had a couple players go to ground, but looks like there's no calls.
Referee's letting them play so far, huh?
Sometimes it's for the best, as long as it's not a danger to the players. It's more exciting.
Good point. Blue River has it in the middle here. 4-on-3 break, 5-on-3, sends it forward. Michael Galvin.
Very nicely defended.
Excellent job there by Michael Galvin.
Clean tackle. Always rather have a corner kick than have someone try to bring it into the box from that angle.
Good point. Live to fight another day there.
Exactly. So we have the second corner of the game, this time for Blue River. See if they have as much luck as CCC had.
Now, Walker Farrar, he's in goal tonight.
I believe he was the goalie last year as well.
Yes, he was here last year. Has experience in the national tournament.
Not bad at English comp, too, either.
He's a good student overall. Yes, he is. Ball in. Nice hitter. I think that was Galvin that got a head on that one. Ooh, nice battle there. Silman going forward. He has Zuniga in the middle. Also has El Crack. What's he going to do? Sends it in. Comes back to him. Has options. And Saldo off to Trujillo. Ooh. Oh, on the rebound. Oh, look out. And there it is. Ay, ay, ay. Claro que sí.
Beautiful, beautiful pickup there. That was a great shot on the goalie to deflect. Put it right there for him to just throw it in.
Man. And we are less than 10 minutes into the game. Already a goal for CCC. Red Ravens.
They do not let up on offense, do they?
No, they don't.
I watched a game with them last year when, after a while, you almost start to feel bad for the other team, but you still got to cheer for CCC.
Oh, it's always great to watch your team dismantle another like that. Great job by CCC there. Great passing. A shot on goal. Deflected off the goalie. Rebound. Wonderful job. Coach Schicky must be pleased with that. All right. Out of touch over to CCC. All right. We're going to get a replay on that goal there. Wonderful action there by CCC. Flicked on in the middle. Will only go as far as the Blue River goalie. Now, Blue River's goalie might feel a little shortchanged there. He actually made a pretty good stop on that first one.
It was a pretty decent stop, but you have to know that you have to either trap it or you have to knock it away. He kind of did it in between, and it came back to bite him.
Yeah, it certainly did. And there's an interception there in the middle trying to find Trey. Ooh, Trey almost got on the end of that one. And Saldo, nice pass there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a look at this replay here. Trujillo sends a great ball in. Tricky for the goalkeeper. Nice job there on the rebound. Not at all.
Beautiful ball, good pace behind it. There's really not much you could have done, to be honest. I don't want to be too hard on the goalie. It's really hard to keep those out of the net.
Good point. Trujillo with that left foot. Blue River, though, they'll be looking to equalize.
That was a nice flick on.
Yes, it was. They switch it over to this right-hand side. Looks for his options. 1-2. Finds a man in the box.
Oh,
is it cleared out?
No, looks like that goes in.
And that goes in.
CCC looks like they lose their goal after just about a minute of play.
That's a tough one there. That's a tough one there, Ryan.
That's credit to the Blue River offense. Played him on. He made an excellent run, excellent finish. There wasn't much the defense could have done. They gave it a try. Well,
tough for CCC there. A lot of times you get a goal, and psychologically you become a little more lax.
Exactly.
A lot of times you go ahead and give up a goal, and I know Coach Schicke's not going to want to see that, but still a lot of positive things coming out of the first 10 minutes of the game so far. Just need to build on that.
Right. I think that was their second attack. The other one came from the outside. So, I don't know. We've had more attacking from CCC overall, but the score is level.
Yeah, good point there. Ball played long. Just a clearance there from CCC. I think Michael Galvin just wanted to get that out of their end of the field, regroup as a team, get everyone set back up. Now, Mr. Butcher, how would you say the semester's going so far? Pretty good semester so far?
I dare say it's the best one yet.
Oh, my.
They just keep getting better.
Oh, my.
Oh, nice play on that. Excellent touch.
Yeah, exactly. James Ingram, he's a very capable left back over there. I would have to say CCC's back line. I know we just made a mistake there to give up that goal, but pretty solid back line.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not worried.
Borges comes up.
Excellent.
Nice job there.
Unsure if he went to ground or if he really was kind of dragged down a bit, but the referee gives it to him.
Now, is that one that the referee pretty much just has to call there? I mean, you see the tug on the shirt a little bit. The man goes down. You almost have to give that to him, right?
I would have been more surprised if he hadn't given it to him. If it had been in the box or something, there might have been a question about it, but I'm pretty sure he just saw, I'm being dragged down. I'm just going to go down. It gives us the ball. It gives us a chance to attack.
And that is interesting to me, Ryan, because you're saying if it was in the box, it might be different. Sometimes, refs, they might call something outside the box. They might not call it inside the box, vice versa. Wouldn't you want all the calls just to come at any given point on the field? Or?
Well, as having been a soccer referee very, very long ago, you really don't want to make a call that can affect play too much. You never want the win or the loss to be blamed on you as the ref. Referees are human, and they don't like to make those calls if they can avoid it, and they generally tend to err on the side of letting people play if it's inside the box unless it's just really, really obvious or egregious.
Great point. Great point. It's already paying off having you in the booth, Mr. Butcher.
I'm really happy to help. This is what I do in front of the TV every morning during the weekends with no one to listen.
Premier League. Oh, tough call there. Tough play. Ball in the air. Blue River man finds the floor, but you like to see that tough defense overall from CCC. Not letting anything too easy go.
Right. It doesn't hurt to be just a little physical on it. Just let them know that you're there. Case in point.
Good point, yeah. Nice job there by CCC. Looked like we might have had a little run there. Blue River steps in, but had a touch over to CCC, or is it going to be a free kick here?
I think he brought the play back to a previous foul.
Okay. Now you see Trujillo here on this left side. He's calling for it. They find him.
There's
good
three
find.
men that he can play to.
Where will he go? Sends it in.
Just couldn't get it high enough over that defender. Still, CCC retains possession. Retained possession.
Good try by Ingram there to bring it down, but a little too hot to handle. Throw in for Blue River. Substitutions looming on the sideline over there. Looks like all CCC. During the girls' game earlier, it was a very balmy 88 degrees. Felt more like 93. Official weather radar right now during the men's game, not too much better. 84 feels like 89, so not much relief. Sun is going down. Shadow is being cast over the pitch. The lights are coming on, thankfully. Here are the substitutions. Looks like 3 will come in.
It's always a beautiful day for the beautiful game, right, Dirk?
Great point.
Even if it's 105, it's just happy to be out here.
Which might be what we see in the Qatari World Cup.
Oh, let's not even talk about that.
Throw into the box. Pretty dangerous throw there. Trujillo was looking to get on the end of it. Never mind, not Trujillo. Brendan Contreras, number 17, just fresh into the game. Substitutions looking to make their mark. Looks like 17 Contreras came in, as well as number 11, Shicky. Long kick. Michael Galvin will get on the end of that.
That's not going to be enough right there. Walker easily picks that up, which I'm sure he's happy to do.
Definitely so. Easy play for Walker. He sends it long. I know he'll be upset about that goal score in the first half, but as long as we can put another one on and shut them out, no worries. Ryan Ingram sends it down. Tries to get it into Zuniga. Zuniga tries to flick it on, but nobody there. Shiki giving chase. Looks like also into the game number 15, Josh Clayball, playing over on the right-hand side on the right wing. Ball will go to CCC. Over to Zuniga. Zuniga, not a bad job of bringing that down.
Just couldn't keep it in play. So do you think he's hoping to get some more attacking on the right side? I mean, they did charge up, but we have to keep in mind that that successful goal came from the left, a hard shot from the left, and then going in from the left to pick up the rebound.
That is a really good point. As a nice run's being made. Oh, play into the box. Trujillo.
Just off the defender. Is he coming from an offside position?
The flag is not up. You're right. And I tell you what, too, a lot of times positive things come from Trujillo's left foot. I will say that. When Trujillo's in the box, good things happen, that's for sure. Mateus retains possession, sends it over to Ryan Ingram. Nice switch there. Ingram, options in front of him. Nice run.
Just too heavy of a touch there. Puts it ahead of him into the defense.
Now we have a counterattack here by Blue River.
Looks like more than enough time for CCC to settle back into defense and wait for the attack.
Good point. Shiki giving chase there.
Strong hit. And, oh, no, not collected by CCC. It's still on.
Thought it would be, but took a weird bounce. Ingram comes up and
win it out.
Kick it out.
Exactly.
There you go.
And if that had gone past him, that actually would have been quite tragic for CCC.
Yes, it would have.
They were making a run.
Blue River, capable dribblers for sure. Capable passers. Obviously capable goal scorers as well. Flicked on.
Oh, really? It looks like they're giving that to CCC. I actually thought that was off the defense. Shows what I know.
Well, what do we have here?
Oh, okay. It looks like the center referee overruled him. You don't see that too often.
Must have reversed that decision. He was pointing toward the goal for a goal kick. Cleared out, though, by CCC. Nice job, Mateus. We'll get it up to Zuniga.
That's
Zuniga.
What I get for watching the linesman instead of the center.
That ball could have squirted through for Shiki. That would have been nice. He was making a run down that left-hand side. I think that'll be off CCC. I think that was off Clayball over there. Looks like another substitution waiting to come in. Another one for CCC. Sent long down the right-hand side. Ingram's going to give chase.
Easily knocked out there. And diffuses it this time. Oh, okay. It's a throw-in, not a corner kick.
Interesting.
And again, I mentioned being a referee earlier, and as a linesman, occasionally you do make a call that the center ref immediately overrules. You just really want to hide for a bit.
But you guys are essentially a team out there, really. You guys are working with each other, trying to get the best call.
You're a team with a leader, and that leader just said, you messed up.
Ooh, long throw in.
It's loose in the box and easily picked up by Walker.
Man, nice job by Walker.
That could have been tragic.
Yes, they could have.
And it's always those balls in the box that are bouncing around. The goalie has trouble tracking it. It's always the errant foot that just gets a little bit power behind it and squirts past the defense, but not this time.
Yeah, good job by Walker to just clean that up, nip that in the bud.
Nice dummy.
Good job by Schicky letting that run through.
He's going to play him on.
Contreras.
He stops before he's in an offside position.
Plays it over to El Crack. El Crack looking at his options. Plays it forward to Schicky. Schicky, yeah, that was
looks like CCC gets the call.
Well, and when you come from behind like that, come from behind the player, take out his legs.
He's probably just lucky not to get a card for that, to be honest. But it is early in the game, and they usually don't want to give him out too early.
Good point there. Almost 20 minutes gone so far in this first half. We have a 1-1 score. Pretty exciting so far. Free kick here. 3 men around it. I would put my money on Trujillo doing something with this here.
So who do you think is going to take the kick?
Excuse me, Contreras. Contreras, number 17.
Looks like you're right. And
oh!
Does not pay off, but it was a close thing. The goalie was just watching. If that had been it, there would have been nothing for him to do.
Man. Yeah, he had the goalie beat all the way. Contreras, nice right boot there.
Looks like there was substitution. Walk the play back.
All right. Looks like Zuniga may be going out there. Finally get a goal kick over this left-hand side. Contreras on the ball. Plays it up to Schicky. Schicky looking at his options. Gets it to Trey. Trey over to Insaldo. Insaldo to Mateus. Mateus bumped off the ball there.
Looks like enough to draw a foul. And he didn't even go to ground. He tried to play it out just like a trooper, but still gets the call.
Very good job. You know, they're tough down there in Brazil. You know, they don't go to the ground too easily. So another free kick in a dangerous area. We just saw Contreras go right at goal and not miss by much. I wonder who will go ahead and take this when Mateus is around it. Insaldo.
I'm going to assume that compliment was for any Neymar fans in the audience right now. And if there are any Neymar fans, yes, he is a good player.
We'd like to give a shout-out to all of our Brazilian viewers. Neymar, what a wonderful player.
Yes, indeed. He makes that team such a joy to watch.
True. All right.
Oh, played well. Oh, just over the bar. Knocked out by the goalie. He really didn't have a choice. He had to get a hand on it, but not enough to knock it away.
That was certainly going in.
It was going in. That was under the bar. That was well played by the goalie. Well taken by CCC.
Yeah, Mateus, nice free kick there. 2 in a row, Contreras and Mateus pressuring the goalie. Now we'll have a corner here. Will they play it short? No, Schicky's going to break off. Going to the box, have an outswinger here.
Oh, tries to volley it. Just couldn't get a good touch on it. Not a bad touch, but not a great touch. And looks like a goal kick.
Yeah. Let's get a replay here. Take a look at this last free kick. Man.
Ooh, definitely has to hit that out.
That was about to be top right corner. Call that the postage stamp, right?
Yes, indeed. There's really nothing that you can do if you don't. You just have to get something on it enough to just, even if it's a corner kick, it's always better than the chance that that's going to go in. And it's too bad because that'd be good for the highlight reel, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would. That would have been a great one. Substitution here for Blue River. Getting some fresh legs on. Again, about a little over 20 minutes left in this first half. 1-1 score.
Seems like most of the game has taken place in the blue, in their third, and I think that CCC has a good chance to put it in. Blue River hasn't really made another big attack since then. They've had chances, but this might be it right here.
Yeah, that's
Plays
true.
With the outside.
On the right-hand side there.
Well stopped.
Gorgeous Borges comes in and just takes care of that. Contreras plays it forward. Nice.
Cannot stop him.
Uh-oh. Here we have Trey. Trey on a breakaway. What will he do?
One-on-one.
What will he do?
Easily slotted into the
yes. Ay, ay, ay. Claro que sí.
Casual
Go.
as you like.
Whoa.
I can tell you like the Spanish leagues.
Oh, I love the Spanish leagues. And I love this great game that we call football here. Great job there by CCC. Wonderful breakout. We were just talking about getting another one to take the lead. Trey gets out, gets away from his man,
And
keeps
a nice,
his composure.
nice casual slot into the quarter. And I know everyone loves the outside the 18 rockets, but sometimes it's great just to watch a one-on-one. A player keeps his head, does not flinch, and just goes for what he knows is going to make it in. Because goals mean the game. It's not how pretty it looks. It's if it goes in the back of the net.
Well, that's a great point. That's a great point. Any of you young viewers out there watching, take heed of what Ryan Butcher just said right there. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at this replay whenever we get a chance to. Here we go. We see him take out, get some distance. Oh, just slots it home.
Right under the goalie. Could not get down fast enough.
Nice job there. As Blue River makes a little bit of a break there, Farrar gets it out of there, though. Good job by Walker. Remember, last time we scored, it wasn't too long after Blue River put one on the board as well, so CCC men going to have to stay tight here.
They do seem to be pretty aggressive right now. You can tell that they're not dropping back. They're not being disheartened. They want that goal back, and they're going to get that goal back, or at least they're going to try.
Yeah, you're right about that, because like we said, a lot of the game has taken place in our half. You could say we deserve to be where we are, but yet every time Blue River gets into our box, boy, they make it count.
You know, it's really interesting that you bring that up because CCC controlled the entire first part of the game. They were in their third the whole time. They scored the goal, and then it was right away that they converted it and that they got it back. I think they're trying to do that again. Maybe they just needed a little bit of a push. Yeah,
that's a good point. And Schicky, he draws the foul there. He's doing a really good job of battling for those headers. Not the biggest guy in the world, but he's tough. A lot like Mia Herr from the women's game. She was the player of the game. Rumors are we're going to have her at halftime for an interview.
An exclusive interview.
Exclusive. As Contreras battles down there. Goal kick.
Again, speaking of players who keep their cool in the box, for you guys who were watching the girls' game before this, her shot was perfect. It was from, a difficult angle, but they gave her too much space. She took it. She said, I could play it in the center, but no one's going to cover me. I'm just going to put it into the back of the net.
That's a really good point. Yeah, they gave her way too much time there as Mateus will go out. Also looks like Contreras will go out as well. We'll have Trujillo back in on this left-hand side. Play over here on this right-hand side. New player in, number 8, Daniel Johnson. Getting some minutes in the middle here, providing some defense for CCC. As Blue River has a free kick, they're going to send some people into the box here. Pretty good kick in.
Not bad. It settles. Oh, possible handball, but it looks like it was inadvertent. The ref's not going to call it, much to the relief of CCC.
Man, pretty good play
Danger's
there.
not out. Ah, excellent, excellent. That was really close. If only he had a little bit more pace on that, I don't think that Walker would have been able to stop it. But as it stands, he easily snags it with his hand, is able to start pushing it up the field.
Again, they're making it really count whenever they get their chances. That was dangerous.
Very, very dangerous indeed. I'm sure that CCC is feeling lucky that they didn't get a handball called there, which you can argue his hand was in a natural position. There was no intent. But even so, sometimes the ref is not having any of it.
Especially in the box, too.
Especially
when it's in the box, they're more likely to call it. And, boy, that would have been unfortunate there. You're right.
As I recall, we've actually had quite a lot of PKs in the last few games.
Yes, we have. Men's and women's, I must say. Nice play over on the left-hand side there. Blue River looking to advance forward. Will this stay in?
Looks like he's going to shepherd it out easily.
Yeah, nice job there by, I think, let's see, Borges doing a good job.
Also, quick shout-out to the people who actually fetch the ball when it goes out. They keep the game running smoothly.
That's true. We have I'm pretty sure the CCC women's basketball taking care of the balls around the pitches, around the pitch. So we'd like to give a shout out to them. Good job overall, Coach Washburn as well. Good luck to you guys after a really good year last year, making it to the national tournament.
It was pretty much a good year for all CC sports. It was actually a very, very interesting year as far as those go.
Yes,
of course,
it was.
I was just watching the soccer games, but I hear things.
Well, and academically, CCC had 35 students recognized academically as All-Americans, I'm pretty sure. At least 35 recognized, the most out of any junior college in the nation. So not only getting it done on the field, but also in the classroom. Very impressive. A long ball goes out of touch there on the left-hand side.
I can personally vouch for several soccer players on the field right now as being very good students.
Oh, yeah.
They really defy that stereotype of, just being a jock, being good at sports and not caring. But no, they do care.
And you're right about that. And we have so much more going on at Coffeyville, to tell you the truth, than just sports. We have theater. We have a pretty cool comedy group. We have band, agricultural, livestock judging. Getting back into that. Nice ball into the middle. Oh, misplayed by the goalkeeper. Shicky was there, ready for it. Nice play overall.
Very good. If I had one more guy in the box, it would have been it. Very close.
True, because the goalie misplayed it. Could have been another rebound goal right there.
By the way, I noticed you're talking about activities, and you didn't mention Quiz Bowl.
Very good point. Quiz Bowl as well. How smart do you think you are?
Oh, hit up me personally?
No, I'm saying out there in the world, how smart do you think you are? If you think you have the goods, talk to Mr. Butcher, talk to Rocky Restivo about Quiz Bowl. Now, that happens in the spring, right? You guys compete in the spring?
Well, we compete all year round. The big ones happen in the spring. But, hey, if you want to stop by the classroom at Thursdays at 1 o'clock, we actually just had practice today. It was a lot of fun, very casual. And, hey, we actually need a lot of people who know more about soccer. I got to say, our soccer knowledge, not so great.
All right.
It upsets me.
Come on out. Try Quiz Bowl. Nice run here on the right-hand side. There's options in the middle.
Looks like a corner for CCC.
This right-hand side connection, Trey and Shicky over there doing a really good job. Shicky into the box.
Excellent play. Just couldn't get it to someone at the top of the box.
Played it off. Johnson in there, but it gets past El Crack.
Just floats through. It looks like CCC has been a lot more dangerous on the right side in the last 15 minutes or so. I think pretty much, has it been every corner kick has been taken from that side?
I think you're right. And Trey Silman over there on that right-hand side hooking up with Shicky, doing a very good job. Creating some havoc over there. Johnson, number 8, who came in recently, also doing a good job. He's battling in the middle. Nice clearance to the middle there. Blue River looking to get this equalizer before first half's over with. We have about 15 minutes left. Darkness is just about falling on the great city of Coffeyville here.
It seems like they just keep running into the defense, but when they can get past like this is when they can be dangerous, and it looks like no call. He says, get up.
Yeah, that was a good play there. Got the ball. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Johnson plays it over. Plays it over to El Crack. El Crack gets it over to Ingram. Ingram, some fancy footwork. He'll get it back to Farrar. Just looking to switch the ball. Galvin tries to play it off to the right-hand side off of Blue River. So, Mr. Butcher, were you able to go to the opening of the new men's dorms today? Did you get to go to the ribbon cutting?
I really, really wish I would have been able to, but, Comp 2 doesn't stop for any man or new dorm, sadly.
True. I was too busy giving my kids a test. They really loved me for that. But the dorms, I hear they're great.
Oh, yes. They look beautiful. I actually got to see some of the pictures from inside of them, and I've heard what people have to say about them. It's really nice. This is great because now we have relatively new women's dorms. I think came in, about 8 years ago? So that is still newer than any dorm I have ever lived in.
That is a really good point. As Shicky gets the ball here in the middle, what can he do with it?
Looks like wasn't able to keep it. Nice footwork from, was he brought down? Yes, he was.
And is he going to bring out a card there?
Or is he bringing it back?
Okay.
For a second, it looked like he might go for his pocket, but not going to happen.
Yeah, good battle overall.
Good battle overall. I think we should probably count ourselves fortunate that we don't have a card. There have been none for the game so far, which is, I'd say, pretty solid.
True. So, yes, relatively new women's dorms, brand spanking new men's dorms. That's going to be great for recruiting.
Definitely. Hey, I kind of wonder if I can get a room there. I have to drive a long way to get here, you know.
True. Some nights you just want to,
Oh, will we get that call? Looks like he's gesturing. Yes, it looks like we got that call.
True. Do you think he would have played advantage there if we were able to pick up the ball there?
It looked like that's what he was
up?
doing, yeah. But then when it started going out, he went ahead and pointed.
Trujillo battling over there on that left-hand side.
Told to bring it back.
No magical spray here in the Jayhawk Conference.
Which is sad because, I kind of wonder how much it would cost to invest in some magic spray.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe able to provide some outdated Gillette or something like that, maybe some.
We might have to have a fundraiser for the referees.
Ball played to the middle.
Well
nice back
played.
flick there. Daniel Johnson getting some playing time. Back to him.
Oh, wasn't able to keep it. Now it looks like it's about a 3-on-2.
He has a man in the middle there, but is he offside?
He's offside.
Yeah, he was a hair off. I tell you what, maybe his right shoulder and his nose were in front of the man there, but
that's how it goes. But you can't argue with the linesman. They're right there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't want to be a linesman. That seems like a pretty tough job. Now, you said you've refereed before. What do you think's tougher, being the head guy or being a linesman?
Definitely being the head guy. At least with the linesman, you are always looking for that last man, that last defender, and you're listening for the touch.
You have a very specific job.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can always let the center call a goal kick or a corner if you were too busy paying attention to offsides. because that is what they want you to call.
Substitutions here for both teams, trying to get some fresh legs on to finish out this first half. Blue River will be looking to equalize. CCC looking to keep the score as it is or maybe even tack one on before half. That'd be great to have a 2-goal lead going into it.
Oh, did that travel straight out?
Looks like it did. Quickly taken by Galvin over there.
Is it going to go past the defender? It is, but I don't know if he's going to be able to stop the other one.
If
you can put enough pressure on him to force a mistake. Not quite. He easily brings it forward.
Zuniga, good job of chasing after him, though.
Definitely. If you can put some pressure on them, you can force them to make an error, to give it up, and we did have another man forward. It was a great idea, but unfortunately it looks like they now have the ball, and is he wanting to have a talk?
Yeah,
player?
A free kick's called there. I think Contreras and that Blue River player are chirping a little bit, but
I think so, too. I'm kind of surprised that the referee actually had them take that kick when it looks like he was having a chat with one of the other players. I mean, then he wasn't able to be a part of that.
Usually he'll call that back.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, wow. Just
Contreras
throws him
knocked
off
off the ball there, but
nothing comes of it. So it's just going to go out for a throw-in.
Ref says played on. CCC plays it out. Under 10 minutes left to go.
Oh, he might regret that.
Yes, he might. Not a bad ball forward by El Crack. Zuniga giving chase.
Just couldn't quite make it there. Looks like he kind of just gave it all he could, but he could not beat the goalie to it. Still, CCC has the ball, and they have the advantage.
Keeping pressure on Blue River. Sent to the middle. Not a really good clearance there.
Oh, tries to play it around him. Just can't quite get that pace on it, and it deflects off the defender and to the goalie.
And Saldo wanted that shot.
Yes, he did.
He wanted that one. He tried for it.
I have seen him make a lot of really good shots like that go into the back of the net. He's done that, and last year, too. He's one of the more experienced players on the CCC side, and, hey, he's fun. He is fun to watch, too.
Yes, he is.
We're all really leaning forward right now. You can't see us, but we almost have our faces pressed to the glass.
We need to get some exclusive VIP seats down on the track maybe one of these days. Played over to the right-hand side. Oh, played long. Nice ball.
Oh, Walker, nice
job.
Deflection outside. Oh, see, now this is exactly what you like to see, and it looks like it was called offsides, actually, but still, good job by Walker. I mean, you can't say that he wouldn't have stopped it if it hadn't been offsides.
Yeah, way to play it through overall. Way to keep playing. You just never know. You can't depend on a call, that's for sure. A lot of times you'll see in the professional game, defenders are always asking for that from the linesman.
They always have their hands up, and they're always screaming for it, and then the smart players keep playing.
You're right. You're exactly right. Walker, good job there overall. Was beaten in the first half here on a pretty good offensive play, but not going to be beaten there.
Nice clean. Oh, no, it looks like it was not a clean tackle. He's going to call
that. They bring that
that
one back, huh?
Yeah, you can't quite get away with as much as you could back in the day. He used to say, if you if you got the ball, you could almost murder the other player and still get away with it. Not so anymore, which is probably for the best, to be honest.
And does going off your feet make a difference as well?
Right, and it also depends on the position of the cleat, were the studs up, were they down, and I think it was a fair call.
Is it pretty tough to keep your studs down whenever you're going through it with a tackle?
Oh, yeah, it's incredibly tough because you're just throwing yourself at the ball the best you can.
Into the box there, not bad.
Falls back for Blue River. He brings it back. Excellent touch, but over anyone who could have done any good with it. Easily cleared out by CCC.
And that was good by Blue River. Nice move there in the box. Is there an injured Raven down?
Looks like there was a bit of contact there, and looks like it's going in CCC's favor.
I think that might be Michael Galvin over there.
I'll take your word for it. It's really, really hard to see from this distance.
So goal kick for Farrar here. Getting to just about 5 minutes left in this first half. 2-1 Red Ravens. Exciting first half so far. Some more excitement here down the left-hand side.
Looks like he couldn't keep it in. That was an excellent thought. He had nobody marking him. He was onside. That could have easily led to another chance on goal.
Very true. Galvin must have been up in an attacking position. Looks like we'll have a substitution here. Wawa Elefrance will come in. Elefrance saw quite a bit of time last game, used primarily for defense, sometimes as a right back, left back, or centrally.
It's always good to have a player who's versatile, who you can slot where you need them, who won't let you down wherever you put them.
That's a really good point, and I would say that's exactly what he is. He's very athletic overall. If you see the guy up close, it's like, oh, my goodness gracious. He's like a brick house.
Which is not a bad thing to be.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Oh, it looks like that was not a clean tackle. That did look a little questionable. Again, he looked like he took a little hack at him there, trying to knock the ball away, but he got more leg than ball there.
And no card overall. Referee giving him a talking to, but no card overall.
Yeah, it looks like that's the second shot. I think we wouldn't be surprised to see a card in these last 5 minutes at the rate things are going.
You're right.
You cannot say that CCC isn't physical.
Play through over there on the left-hand side. Elefrance comes over, cleans that up. That's exactly what we're talking about there. A guy who's able to come in and make an impact right off the bat. Nice pass, sending it through.
He's able to keep it.
Zuniga.
Looks like that's a call in CCC's favor.
Yeah, Zuniga trying to keep it there. Pushed off the ball. Good job. Nice little counterattack there. Blue River knew what they were doing, stopping us there. Didn't want us to get too fast down the field. Elefrance on the right-hand side. Back to Borges. Borges sends it long, but nobody's home.
Oh, looks like there was some confusion right there. Not going to go back to the goalie. Very smart choice. I think that the striker was waiting for exactly that.
You're right. Plays like that, we have to communicate a little bit better. Up in the air, 50-50 balls. I have it, you have it, you have it, you have it. Make sure person knows. Zuniga trying to create something down this left-hand side. Might have been fouled. Yeah, he's going to get that one.
Looks like that's the second foul he's drawn in less than a minute, I believe, which is always a good skill.
Referee asked for the clock to stop. Looks like he's giving him talking to. Some hands are put on the ref there.
Looks like another chat. It's like I said, it would not be surprised to see any second now a card coming out of the pocket.
You're right.
But as long as he's consistent, as long as he doesn't give cards for those challenges for us, he doesn't give it for them, he gives them warnings, that's what you want. Even if a ref is, it doesn't matter if they're too lenient, too strict, as long as they're consistent.
Really good point. So we have Mateus standing over this. No, he's going to go ahead and break off and go into the box. Ingram sends it in. Tried to be flicked on there by Blue River player. Doesn't go too far. Battle in the middle. Blue River breaking out.
Blue River has a chance. He's not marked.
Down the middle. Ingram, is he going to be able to get back? Nice job by Ingram.
Is he going to be able to keep it out for a throw-in? Excellent, excellent job there by the CCC defense and goalie.
Yeah, great hustle there by Walker to make that from a corner to a throw-in. Ingram, good job of racing back.
That was honestly Blue River's best chance of the second half, perhaps. It looked like he had a breakaway. Oh!
Walker.
Will we see our first card? Looks like not.
No, he's not, but he's indicating there that there were elbows thrown. Referee asking for the clock to stop.
I think he needs to talk to somebody.
He's bringing somebody back.
Maybe this will be our first card, or is it just another stern talking to?
I'm not sure. He he's keeping a pretty good lid of control on this first half. I mean, it's not out of control by any means, but not afraid to give out the fouls and let the players know exactly what they did wrong.
He might be pretty lucky there. Generally, fouls on the goalie can be called a little harshly against the player. You have to protect the goalie. They have perhaps the most dangerous position on the field. They have to throw their whole bodies into it, not just their heads or their chests.
So on a play like that, you have to allow him to be able to come down. Is that what the call was overall?
Yes, exactly.
He got in his way.
It looks like that they both went up, and there may have been an elbow thrown into Walker to knock him down.
I see. Well, good job by Walker to stay tough then. We go under 3 minutes. CCC will look just to close this first half out.
Looks like they're playing up high right now, trying to find that chance in there, and they're getting close, a little too close for the CCC defense, but they're able to clear it away.
Ella France plays it over to Ingram. Ingram plays it out.
Off of the Blue River player, for a throw-in.
Throw in for Blue River here. We'd like to give a shout out to all of our viewers in Brazil. Bem-vindo. Bom dia.
It's a beautiful country. They
Beautiful
love
country.
football.
Certainly do.
I wish them a lot of luck at this next World Cup.
Definitely so.
I think we can all agree the last one was just a fluke.
Definitely so.
And in fact, they will be playing a friendly against the U.S. men's team here in about a month.
All right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Good chance to see all the Brazilian stars. Ball played in. Cleared away by CCC, not too far though. Brazilian football, you think of Ronaldinho, Neymar, the original Ronaldo. Surge up this right-hand side. Oh!
Very nicely passed right there. It was a very smooth play. There was no stopping it. Unmarked man in the box that's going to score every single time.
You have to really give credit to number 5 there at Blue River. He did an excellent job of surging up this right-hand side, sending a great ball into the middle there. I'm not sure where the confusion was back there for the back line. He seemed like he was unmarked on that left-hand side.
Exactly. I think somebody got caught ball watching is what happened, which it happens. You just get hypnotized by the ball. You're watching the play, and you don't see that man creeping up behind you.
Man, that was, and in all honesty, what a perfect pass from Blue River.
Exactly.
The man on that right-hand side had perfect curl. And
played it straight to where he knew his feet would be.
Man, that's a really good point. Man, so that switches things up a little bit here.
It's
Equalizer.
a good game, though. I like a good game.
It's a wonderful game, back and forth. I know Shicky would have loved to have gone into the half with the lead, but still a lot of positives coming out of this half. Mateus fights for it. He'll get it back for CCC, throw it in. Quick throw in.
Well, yep, you can't bring your foot up that high. That's a little too dangerous when you got 2 guys watching you.
Number 7, Trey Simon, probably is he lucky to not get a card there?
You generally don't see too many cards for dangerous play unless he'd actually made contact with a face. Then yeah, you are definitely going to get a card. But it was more just a hey, keep your foot down from now on.
More of a warning, I see. If it were his second, third, or fourth time, might see something there.
Absolutely.
Long throw in. Insaldo takes it. Insaldo's going to get it back. He's going to send it long, but what do we have here?
Looks like there was some contact between CCC and number 20 right there.
All right.
Nothing too egregious, though. Looks like that's going to be the end of the half.
All right, and that's the end of the half, guys. A real exciting one so far. 2 goals from CCC, 2 goals from Blue River. Mr. Butcher and I are going to go down to the track, probably do 2 or 3 laps, time ourselves, and we'll come back. We're actually going to have an interview here with me or her, star of the first game. So stay tuned, stick with us. We'll be back in a flash.
We'll see you later.
All right, and here we are, halftime break. We are going to interview Mia Her, player of the game from the first game. Mia, nice to see you. Nice to have you up here.
Thank you.
Now you are the leading scorer so far for CCC women's team with 2 goals. Good job. The win tonight, how do you feel about the game today?
I think we could have done better, but I'm really proud of my girls for pushing through and just trying their best to get this win.
Yeah, you mentioned that it was a battle, maybe not your best game, but
Yeah.
a win is a win, right?
Yeah.
So 2 wins in a row. What's been working for you guys so far?
I think we just feed off each other's energy and we just push each other. And when we see one person trying hard, we want to like work just as hard and like to support them. So I think just having everyone like push us, I think that's what we feed off.
You
of
see
each
one
other's
person
energy.
working hard,
Yeah.
another person works hard, and everybody.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good. What do you guys still need to work on going forward? Because you're a young team. What do you guys need to work on going forward?
I think just like being technical on the ball, like sometimes we just panic, and I think we just need to start calming down and getting passes through. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what is your favorite position to play on the field? Because sometimes we see you as more of a defensive midfielder. Sometimes we see you more of an attacking midfielder. And even today you were up forward in the attack. So
Yeah.
where do you like to play?
It depends on the day, I guess. If like
Yeah.
if I'm feeling it, like really feeling it, I want to play like attacking mid or forward because I really want to get in. And if I feel like I'm really confident and I can beat the defenders, I'd really want on that day to play like attacking.
Are you able to tell Coach Schicky whenever you're feeling it that day? Are you able to tell him that, like, hey, Coach, put me forward, I'm ready to go?
I think we are really good at communicating to each other what we want. So
Very good. How is your semester going so far? So outside of the pitch, away from soccer, how's your semester going so far? How are your classes going?
I'm really enjoying school here. I think just having so many friends, not just the girls' team, the guys' team, and just meeting new people, it's a fun experience. And class is good, too. I think I'm trying really hard to get those A's.
Very good, very good. The men's and women's teams, they're more like a family than anything.
Yes, yeah.
Having Coach Schicky coach both of you guys maybe helps that out as well. It's very cool whenever the men play and the women are in the stands making all sorts of noise, and when the women's play, when the men's are in the stands as well. So, thank you very much for coming up here.
No problem.
Congratulations so far on your success. Keep it up, and thank you guys for joining us. And we will be back after halftime. Thank you. All right, and we're back. Second half action. Getting right underway here. Blue River having to clear out of their zone. So welcome back after that exciting first half.
And an exciting interview.
Yeah, definitely so. We'd like to thank Mia Her for coming up here and doing that interview with us. That was really cool. She's been the player of the game last 2 home matches. It's just a privilege just to be able to talk to her, really.
Yes, indeed. She's fast, and she is athletic. She's skilled. I mean, she proved it right there. There was no one who could stop her.
Definitely so. Her dribbling skills are wonderful. I love to see her get in and out of the channels there, be able to create space. And
looks like we've got a Blue River player down.
we do right off the bat.
Less than 1 minute into the second half. Apparently, the physical aspect of the game has not let up at all.
You're right about that.
They came back wanting to play.
So what does CCC need to do in order to win this second half, to win the game overall? What do you think they need to do?
I think that CCC has put up a pretty good defensive line. I mean, you saw pass after pass was bouncing off the brick wall that was the back line. It's only when a player sneaks around, he's not being marked, he gets into an open position, he makes a run. Every single time they've had a chance or about to have a chance came from a player that made a run, then the defender, he wasn't marking him, he didn't see him. But they just need to be more careful about where everyone is and just keep their vision up.
So Schicky might preach communication, concentration, overall, making sure you know who you have. Make sure you mark your man.
And that's always, and it's kind of like we said the first half, it's really easy to get caught. The play's going. I mean, it's exciting down there, too. It's a lot easier to see up here what's going on, but when everyone is running and screaming and the ball's flying, then you realize there's a guy behind you and you didn't see him, and now you have to race to try to catch him. And most times, they've caught him, but not every time.
And I think that's a good point you brought up. It's easy for us. We're up here at this elevation. We can see everything. When you're down there, you're not seeing everything that's going on around you. Not able to maybe hear the footsteps of the man running behind you because so much more is going on.
Well,
really good points there.
There is a reason why it is the best sport in the world. It's fast-paced. Things can turn on a dime. They can change when you're least expecting it, and, and miracles can happen.
Yeah, you're right about that. I must say that the gameplay of soccer is really what brings me in, draws me in. I love to watch 45 minutes of nonstop action.
You really can't get that with any other sport.
You really can't. So many commercial breaks, advertisements, things like that. A lot of Americans like to complain about soccer having advertisements on their jersey, but if advertisements on their jerseys mean no commercial breaks, I would take that any day of the week,
Yes,
to tell you the truth.
Definitely worth the trade.
I would take advertisements on the bases. I'd take advertisements on the footballs if they would just eliminate the commercials. That would be wonderful. So, back to play here. The Blue River players still being treated over there on the sidelines by the CCC medical staff. We're going to go ahead and get this thing on, though. Free kick to Blue River. Look to switch it over to this left-hand side. Schicky gets the start here in the second half, getting rewarded for his hustle and overall good play. Trujillo.
Little bit too physical there. A slight push at the back.
Just letting him know he's there,
Just
right?
letting him know he's there. Wasn't too aggressive, but just enough.
Greetings all the way from Venezuela. Pretty good work over there. Nice little 1-2. Number 10 to Blue River.
It's well played right outside the box.
Oh,
and
man,
he
right to him.
dodges the challenge, brings it back to the outside.
Great battle there.
Able to keep it, but easily fielded by the goalie.
Nice battle there. I think that was that Trujillo over there?
I believe so.
So he was retreating all the way back to a defensive position. Walker able to scoop that up. Sends a pretty long throw. That was nice.
Very nicely placed.
Michael Galvin.
Keeps it, even after the challenge.
Galvin gets it over to El
Looks like
Crack.
he might go to the left wing, or nope. He's closed down too quickly.
Good defense overall. Oh, nice
There's
play
that man
there.
breaking away again.
Oh, and he's quick, too. He's a fast guy.
No call from the referee. Says get up. And to be honest, I have to agree with him here, and I am trying to be as objective as possible, but it looked like that was a safe, clean challenge.
Really good point there. 50-50 challenge. Looked like he got quite a bit of the ball and hardly any of the man, so you have to give him credit where credit's due. Good defense there. You see referees, though, boy, they'll give it on something less than that. You just never know.
You just never know. It just depends on what they see and from what angle they see it.
Nice little back heel there. Schicky fighting for the ball. Blue River making a run. Mateus throws him off his path just a little bit there. Picked up, though, by Blue River. Blue River sends one in. Walker's going to get on that one.
Looks like they were making the same attack as always. It looks like they just try to create those opportunities, spread out the defense, slot the ball in between them, and have someone making a run. It's dangerous, and I don't know if CCC has yet realized that could be what gets them down a goal at this rate.
That is a really good point, Ryan. The Blue River forwards have a lot of pace.
Definitely.
And so you send the ball over or send a through ball long, they can catch up to it and be right in your box before you know it.
And it's always hard as a defender when you get caught flat-footed and there's someone who's already at full speed coming behind you. It takes so long to accelerate, and it just takes a couple seconds, but that's
Very
long
good point.
enough.
Ooh, flicked on. El Crack was trying to get on the end of that one, unable to, though, and Saldo. So here we'll have Michael Galvin with the throw-in.
Long throw-in.
Long throw-in.
But no one there to flick it back to.
Looks like number 15, Josh Clayball, into the game. Tried to flick that one on. Schicky.
Is he going to go for the center? Looks like he's got
Oh,
help.
nice run. Send it back in. Yeah. Oh!
Looks like that was it. Yes.
Nice goal by the man, the whip, the nay-nay. Schicky. Ay, claro que sí.
Is that his official nickname?
The Schicky. He is the Schicky. El Schick.
There are no other Shickies on the field right now.
None other. Great job, though. Awesome
Very
job.
good.
Great long ball.
Massive props for keeping it inside. I was actually afraid that it was going to go over the line, but he kept his head. He got it past the goalie in a very difficult spot and just enough to get it up front and into the goal. See, this is exactly what we want to see, but Blue River is going to press again. They've been aggressive in the retaliation before.
Every time CCC gets up, Blue River comes fighting right back. I know Coach Schicky probably said something about that in the locker room. Excellent job there by Lane Schicky to get in there. Perfect placement. He knew where the ball was going to be. Put it right in. 3-2 lead. 5 minutes gone here in this second half. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a replay. Take a look at the replay.
Just watch closely as he tries to keep that in. Just enough right under the goalie's hand. Nothing he could have done about that.
Great placement by Schicky. Great attacking. He saw the channel. He saw where it was going to be. Excellent job. So I say, Ryan, let's go ahead and get another. How about that?
I actually think I could go for one more.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Can you go for one more?
CCC is not stopping. I think they will get one more.
All right.
Just got to defend this one first before you can try for another. And there he goes on the breakaway again, but it looks like we've got the keeper's easily able to field it, and he's going to take his time with it. No reason to rush.
Taking advantage of that speed up front, that long ball. Whew, I tell you what, Galvin and Borges back there. What are they calling here? They're going to say time? They're going to say wasting time?
It looks like they may have said he got the hand on it and then picked it up.
Here we have a card here. Card comes out.
So it looks like a pretty dangerous spot for a free kick. Looks like it's an indirect free kick, so it'll have to come off at least one other player before it goes in.
So what was the call here? What was the call here, Butcher?
That's actually what I'm kind of concerned about here, because if it had been a handball by the goalie, it would be a PK right now.
I see.
And I don't think there was any dangerous play, or which is also an indirect free kick. I'm actually
wasting
unsure.
time, maybe?
Oh,
kick into the box.
Oh, wow,
Dang.
just over the crossbar. That was incredibly dangerous. The best chance they've had all half. He is going to regret having that one go just a couple feet over the bar, but that was well played and well developed. But to answer your question earlier, I don't think that would have been wasting time. It's only when he's holding the ball that they start to count it down.
I see.
That's kind of one where I wish we could just, ask the ref, like if you had a headset on, say,
True.
hey,
well,
what was that all about?
A smart play by Blue River, though, on that free kick. Send it in, and they got a good shot on goal.
Definitely. It's very, very dangerous. They may be down one goal, but they are certainly not done with the game.
Yeah, that's true. There's plenty of time left. 36 minutes to go, 37 minutes left to go. Plenty of game left here.
More than enough time.
Yeah, 4 goals in the first half.
And you have to keep in mind, they actually scored their second goal with less than 2 minutes left to go in the first half, so things can turn. A lot of bodies up in the air trying to bring it down, but it goes to Blue River, who's got a very strong attack on him, but they can't keep it. CCC have a breakaway.
Nice play there.
I think he might have tried to bring it down there. He couldn't quite get it under control, though.
Free kick will go to Blue River over here. It's right-hand side.
Kind of curious to see how they play this. I mean, I'm thinking that he's going to try to put it just on top of the box, float it in, so if one of them can just bring it down or maybe even volley off of it, that would actually be kind of amazing.
Very good point there. Yeah, I can see some players say, hey, send it in, put it in long. Walker trying to get his men.
They might try to kind of copy how CCC got that first goal, a really hard shot to the goalie, and it deflects.
You're right. You just never know what's going to happen in there. Nice header out of there.
But they're not done yet. Or, yes, they are done, at least for now.
Jonathan Galvin was able to get his head on that one. Good job.
Looks like a substitution here for CCC.
All right, 2 subs coming in. Who are we going to have? I think one of them will be Zuniga. Number 6 will come in.
Come back in.
Good point.
He's definitely been a strong player. He has been going after a lot of plays, and of course he's drawn more than a few fouls, which is always a good skill for a player to have. It just means you're going too fast for them to keep track.
Uh-oh.
Not going to regret that one.
Let's see. Walker looking at his options. Luis Lille, number 3, also makes his way into the game. Ball makes it through. Jonathan Galvin comes up. Daniel Johnson, though.
That was very nice by the Blue River midfielder. He's able to pick that one back up and stop the attack. But it looks like there's a call against CCC. Looks like it's going back towards the Ravens defense.
And is he reaching? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, and if
No,
Trey,
he's
if
been
Trey
very,
Silman would have had
timid.
that ball down that way, like you said, good job by the Blue River defense. If Silman would have found a way through, would have been dangerous.
Speaking of dangerous, where is he going to try to place his ball? He's going to try to play it back, and there's some pressure on the goalie. Looks like he's not able to get a very good touch on it.
You're right. Good job by Shicky.
A little too much, possibly. It looked like he was climbing over him just a little bit. Maybe hoping for a piggyback ride.
Keep it up, Daniel Johnson. Not bad at all. Keep it on up.
Yeah,
Keep him honest in the middle there.
keep him honest by fouling them.
Yeah, exactly. Nice header to clear that out of there.
Oh,
Not far enough, though.
not quite the best touch, but it looks like the danger is averted at the end. Is he going to play him on at the wing? Yes, he is.
Luis
He's got a
Lil.
good breakaway.
Nice ball there for Trey.
Nice shoulder charge by. Oh,
man.
wow. Looks like he may have plowed into his own goalie there. Oh, no. That's called against CCC.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. To me, that looked like there was a shoulder charge between them, and that was a legal charge from the defense.
So
Let's see this on replay,
Pretty
actually.
much what he's
We need to
saying
see this.
is that Trey Silman pushed the player into the goalie.
Well, we're going to see this replay here in just a second.
Okay. Man. Now, that's what they're saying there. They're saying that Trey Silman, when he pushed the player, Blue River player, into his own man.
Okay, here we go. We can actually see the...
It's very short, but go.
All right, here we go. There may have been some contact there. I don't know if it was egregious enough to warrant a yellow
No,
card.
I don't think so, Ryan. I really don't.
It's tough to call
You
sometimes.
really have to see malicious intent, if you ask me. You have to see the extension of the arms.
Right.
It looked like just 50-50 play there, all going after the ball. Everyone has a right to the ball, correct?
Actually have to give the Blue River defender credit there. He got a very solid shoulder charge. He managed to knock the CCC player off the ball, and then he shielded it. And I think it was that shielding that once you're already at full tilt, it's really hard to get away from that. Might just run into his back. Referee doesn't like what he sees, and he gives a card.
So he was able to draw it more or less. So he played good defense, and he drew the foul.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we just hope he can get back up after that.
That's true, yeah. What cost did the foul come? The CCC...
Probably won't see any players actually carried off this time like the previous game.
No, probably not. You're right. If you joined us for the women's game, was that player of the game Mia Her that was carried off?
Yes, I do believe it was. And
Yeah.
she did deserve it. She was carried off by no fewer than 3 people. Not at the same time, but handed off.
I forgot to ask her about that during the interview. I should have asked her.
It's a missed opportunity.
When you're leading the team in goals, you're going to get that sort of treatment. So,
Absolutely. And she did deserve it.
yes, she did. So, looks like everyone's okay, though.
Yeah. I would say that there was no harm and no foul, but
yeah.
there was a foul.
Yes. Good job.
Thank you.
Good
That's
job,
why I'm
Ryan
up here
Butcher.
for this expert commentary.
He is the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. He's a maker, a breaker, and a title taker.
Mm-hmm. And a heartbreaker.
Ooh. All right. In the middle, taking over there. Hey, pretty good long ball.
Looks like we got some limping over there. Did he just swing too far in, or did he take a hit onto his ankle, maybe?
I'm not sure.
Looks like he's able to keep play. He's not going to ground. He's a real trooper, and he managed to shut that play down. He got a foot in enough to disrupt it.
There's a battle over there on that sideline. Ball will go over to CCC.
Yeah, in fact, it seems like the entire game is played on the far end of the field here.
Yeah, you're right. Nice run on this left-hand side.
Looks like he doesn't have much support. Okay, it looks like now the players are moving in, but...
What's going to be the call there? They're going to give him that one, or?
The
crowd doesn't like that too
crowd
much.
definitely doesn't like that. We can hear that all the way from up here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that actually is kind of a good complaint.
Yeah,
why would he foul
Why
there?
would he foul there? You're exactly right. Yeah, it's
It's Gonna play it back to
Looked
Walker
like just
there.
a straight-up battle over there on the sideline.
Looked like he was shielding it. I mean, maybe the referee saw some hand contact that he didn't like. Perhaps
You're
would be my
right.
only guess. But you can generally get away with quite a bit in terms of putting your body in front of the ball, especially on the sideline.
It's a really good point.
And it's very frustrating, too, when you watch players who really, really, really want to get around to that. They actually usually end up following the guy with possession. They end up knocking him over because they're trying to get to it so much. You generally don't see what we just saw.
Very good point there by Ryan as we have a substitution. Ryan Curley's going to come in.
Uh-oh. Got a breakaway from Blue River. Oh, just not able to keep it knocked away by CCC enough to cut out the danger. After some thought, the linesman gives it to CCC.
A little more limping down there. Good sportsmanship between the two teams, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a danger of a game becoming too physical, especially with the types of fouls we were seeing in the first half. But so far, everyone seems to be keeping their cool.
That's true.
Blue River wants to score. They want the game back. CCC wants to keep pressing. No need to get angry.
You're exactly right. Nice play there by Daniel Johnson.
Speaking of fouls being called, he didn't like how he went up for that.
Was his leg too high? Is that what it was, or?
I think so. I think it may have gone into the thigh of the Blue River player, and here
Another
I
substitution.
think he may have brought the. That was kind of confusing because it looked like he was waving off the foul, and then one of the Coffeyville players picked it up, and he called the foul after all against Coffeyville. You don't suppose he was calling it because it was picked up, or was the whistle blown beforehand?
I don't know. You don't ever want to try to show up a ref. That's for sure. 'Cause
That's very
whenever you
true.
make them feel stupid or that you're messing up their flow, they don't like that too much.
In fact, it looks like there's some conversation between the linesman and the center referee
and Coach Shickey looks like is that correct?
I believe so. I think. I don't know. He may be asking his opinion on this one, and the linesman can say, if they saw something, this is their chance to do it. They're not often asked for their opinion, to be honest, but
Now,
it's good when they are.
You played soccer all your life, correct, Ryan?
Yes, not well, but I played.
There is quite a bit of communication during a game between players and referees, and
Absolutely.
it's unlike baseball or football or basketball. From my observations, you can talk a little bit more to the ref in
Right.
soccer, it seems like.
You can get away with some dissent, especially in the heat of the moment. It's actually kind of shocking sometimes how much dissent you can get away with, but not always. We've seen it go against players.
Do referees still have that magic word? If you say the magic word, you're tossed.
There can be several magic words. I mean, it's a very international game. There's a lot of magic words.
Ah, very good point.
So it looks like he's going to take it from far out.
Okay.
Close to the ground, not enough to get past the CCC defense.
Galvin with the clearance there. Shickey tries to get on.
Looks like we've got some help on both wings, and he's not happy that he was not included in that play, and I honestly can't blame him. He had quite a lot of space to work with.
Yes, he did. Nonetheless, throw in for Coffeyville. Little off the mark. Sent long. Borges.
Very nicely brought down.
Another good move there.
Wow, it's like they aren't there. It's very, very slick footwork.
And Saldo, heavy first touch for Mateus there.
It's always that heavy first touch.
Sent long, but only to Galvin. Galvin's going to get that forward.
Will he be able to get it to the wings this time? He's not able to get away.
He had him on that left side, didn't he?
It looks like it.
Looked like he had Trace Simon over there.
But no call. Looks like it's just going to be a throw-in. Hey, he's been playing really far up that wing. Looks like he's trying to kind of just create some opportunities because we would love another goal. I mean,
Certainly so.
It always feels safer to have 2 goals up than 1, to state the obvious. And looks like that traveled out for a goal kick. Although they do say that having 2 goals up is a very dangerous league because it's easy to get
I have heard that as
complacent.
well, yes. So Contreras over there on that left-hand side, number 17, did a pretty good job of making a run, but just found himself ushered out of bounds by the defender.
It looked like if he had gotten it earlier, he might be able to do something with it. But by the time the other player was able to get it under control, he was already marked, and there wasn't much he could do except to hopefully get a throw in, which he, to his credit, he did get.
True.
Or just sometimes that's basically all you can hope for. And with just less than 30 minutes left to go, I'm sure CCC wouldn't mind, using up a little bit of time.
Definitely so.
Take a few extra steps when you're going for that ball. Maybe think about it for a bit.
So when we started the girls' game, 88 degrees outside. Let's go ahead and check our color weather radar. We're down to 79.
All right. It's a beautiful night for the beautiful game.
Yeah, good point. Much better.
Oh, just too heavy of a touch right there, and he had so many good ones there. I was afraid he was going to. Looks like that's
Ryan
out.
Curley found himself in the middle there and was trying to switch it over, but unable to. Some inadvertent contact there. Throw in for Blue River.
Tries to break away. Looks like that's off Blue River, so CCC gets the throw in. Very happy for that.
CCC midfield doing a pretty good job of coming up and pressuring.
I think
Blue
they're
River.
actually doing a much stronger job of this half. It seems like the last half where they would kind of tend to drop back a little bit, just try to absorb that pressure, but then when we find out that's when they were getting the breakaways, when they were splitting the defense, and that the Blue River players, of course, were able to exploit that and have some decent runs. Now, of course, if you can't actually get it in midfield to send it forward, well, then you're going to have a lot more trouble.
Yeah, so Shicky goes out. Trey Silman will come in, number 7. CCC attackers doing a really good job today. Nice ball
look at it
sent
float
in.
in there. Just not able to get a touch on it. The goalie was there. He was wow.
Good defense there. Let's see what happens. Oh, you got to
He's
call
going to play
that,
it out
right?
to the wing. Yes, he is. Now, where can he go from here? It looks like CCC drew a foul there. There was a little bit of hand contact.
He grabbed the arm, I think, of Curley and turned him about 180 degrees.
And again, to Curley's credit, he didn't try to go down. He just tried to play it, but he still gets the call.
Yeah, very good point. Not a bad ball in.
Looks like it was turned away at the last second. It looks like they had almost everybody drop back in the box for that one.
Yeah, it looked like Ingram and Galvin were the two back, but everyone else looking to add to that lead. Like you said, 2 goals. Now, that would be great.
Very dangerous play right there, but it looks like it was cut out by CCC.
Pretty good
cleanly.
team defense right there. Really, one man stand him up, another man come and take the ball away from him.
Putting lots of pressure on him. You force him to either make an error or you just get a foot in there enough to just touch it away slightly and knock it back to kind of throw them off their balance. Yeah, what's going on here?
What do we have here? He's making a walk like he's really got something to say here.
It looks like he walked back to talk to the linesman there for a second, and now he's back. Excuse me, the assistant referee.
Okay.
I was a referee a long time ago before they changed that.
So now he's talking to Shicky, Coach Shicky there.
It looks like they're changing the time for the clock here.
So a little bit of discussion on the clock. Okay.
Probably going to add a little bit of time there for what we've got going on.
Now, Ryan, the USA men's team back in action. Tomorrow. So Tim Howard has missed months of action, correct?
I think it's actually been about a year because I think he took a break. He played in just a few games after the World Cup ended. So, yeah, I think it's been about a few.
How do you feel? What's your opinion as far as should he be given his position whenever he comes back, or should he have to earn his spot and play behind Guzan? What do you think about that as far as the USA goal situation there?
Well, don't get me wrong. Tim Howard is an American hero. We all saw the Belgium game. That was just amazing. He made, 16 stops?
Yes.
It was fantastic. But just like Landon Donovan had to learn, if you take an international break, you do not get your spot back. Donovan did not even get called up to the 2014 World Cup team. So, I mean, I'm all for him getting the chance to get back in goal, but Guzan is the guy who has been working and has been there, so he should get priority.
That's a very good point. We see Insaldo in the middle there just win possession.
Oh, very nice play through, and it looks like he's onside. He's going to go to the center with it. Knocked away by the Blue River defense, but not enough to get it out of danger yet. Uh-oh, it looks like there was a miscommunication there.
Yeah, certainly so.
They're making a break on the right wing, but, he's not able to keep it, much to the relief of the CCC defense and goalie.
Yeah, definitely so. Galvin did a really good job of cutting over there and cutting off that channel. Borges
putting some pressure from the back, not enough to catch it. Oh, looks like he just managed to do enough to draw a foul there. And that's what you want. You want You want defenders who are willing to just kind of put their whole body on the line to either draw a foul or just nudge the striker off the ball just enough to let the goalie be able to pick it up. So either way, those were very well played.
And good sportsmanship overall. You see the Blue River players and the CCC players, giving each other a clap. Good job.
Right, and that is what you like to see. Let's just hope that stays all the way through, because sometimes when it gets down the 5 or 6 minutes,
you're right.
everyone's not so friendly anymore.
Very good point. So 3-2 game here, almost 20 minutes gone from this second half. A goal here early in the second half puts CCC up by 1.
Yes, indeed. But they still have to be careful because statistically, most goals happen in the second half when your team's tired. It's easier to make a silly mistake, to let a ball go past, to not mark a man. So if anything, we might see quite a few more goals from here. I doubt we're done with that.
Really good point there. Luis Lil goes out. Trujillo's going to come back in. Trujillo, an important player for CCC, his big left foot earlier caused the havoc in the box that led to one of the goals and the rebound. So we'll look to see what sort of mark he puts on the game.
If I had to pick a favorite goal this game so far, I think that may be it. I don't know. It's a tough call. They're like my kids. I just love them all equally.
You love them all equally, yes. Shicky's goal was good because of the placement and a great pass.
Exactly.
Definitely don't want to say a favorite. I like them all. Good work overall by CCC. And so let's get another one over here on this left-hand side. Nice work. Tries to split the defenders. Unable to.
Oh, not able to pick that up. Looks like it drops back for the defense. Tries to play it forward, but will they be able to keep it in? It's slotted back to Walker.
Yeah, good job by Galvin over there.
Makes a nice, easy touch. No need to rush when you've got 3 defenders back to pass to.
And again, and I know I've made this point before, but Blue River really looking to send long balls down and utilize their speed as CCC tries to do that as well, but the goalkeeper comes and cleans that up.
Ooh, there's some nasty contact there. Kind of went shoulder first into the chest of the Blue River player, and never going to get away with that, sadly. Well, not sadly. You really should never get away with that.
We will live on.
Speaking of good goals, though, I think it would only be fair to say that Blue River have had some pretty amazing goals. I mean, their last one was very technically good. I mean, everything about it looked great, and their one before that was just beautiful. This is the type of game that you want to see. A lot of aggressive play, a lot of good plays into the box, a lot of good shots. I mean, I'm happy. I could watch this game all day. I'm sad we only have 23 minutes and 48 seconds.
And, for Americans who might not like the game of soccer too much, this would really be the perfect game to watch. Good pace. Good action, goals being scored. A lot of times Americans say, it was a 0-0 game. It wasn't very entertaining, but this one, certainly entertaining.
I think the 0-0 game's actually really entertaining.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I might just be weird.
We have some substitutions here, but I think they will wait until the next dead ball to let those in.
Oh, and looks like that's a card for a CCC player who committed that foul. Looks like hard to see him from here.
Having a discussion down there.
So
if you get a card, you automatically have to come off. That's the rules of the college game. If you get a yellow card,
how long do you have to stay off?
I'm not sure of the time. I'll have to look that up. But, yeah, you receive a card, you have to come off.
I can kind of see that being a rule. And generally, when you have as many substitutions as you can take in the college game, doesn't hurt to let a player cool down for a bit, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, really good point there.
Maybe just take a break.
Yeah. Talk to them a little bit, tell them what they did wrong, and give them directions and send them back out there. Ball into the box, headed away. Nice job by CCC. Blue River puts it back into the box.
Dangerous place. Nice stop by Walker. An amazing stop by Walker.
Nice job.
He knows how to make himself big. He was able to cut that out, and, of course, the defense was able to pick it up and shepherd it outside. Cutting out the danger, at least for now.
He's not a big guy, but he definitely knows how to make himself big in there.
Right.
He gets his arms wide, his legs wide.
He plays like he's a big guy, which is all that matters. It's all intimidation, It's almost like an animal when they're doing a mating or aggression display. They just puff themselves up as big as they can.
Okay. All right.
Probably should have just gone with aggression display.
No, we like that description there, Mr. Butcher. That was excellent.
Looks like we've got a foul just outside the 18 for Blue River.
All right, free kick coming here from Blue River.
Puts it on the ground. Just right into the wall there. And I think we may have been mistaken about the goalie's identity. Not 100% sure about that. I think that might be Igor. again, we blame the low light and the distance. Sorry about that. We
Pretty
have
good
two
attacking
great
play,
goalies.
though.
Oh, and
Trace
I think he may have been taken out. I can see a yellow card happening here.
just outside of the box.
Oh, a red card.
Oh, my.
Goal scoring opportunity denied, and they are down to 10 men behind with just under 22 minutes left. That is
Roja.
going to make them
Wow.
upset.
Should we do a replay?
That definitely changes the whole complexion of the game there.
Do you want to do a replay of the save?
All right, let's take a look at this replay of the save. Gets into the box.
Walker backs up. He stops, spreads, goes down, knocks it away. Excellent. Carried out by the defense.
Nice job. So red card for Blue River. That's going to, like I said, change the complexion of the game. They'll be down to 10. CCC will be looking to attack.
I think they'll be looking to extend their lead here, and they're at a very dangerous place for Blue River in terms of their ability to put it in at this distance.
So dangerous free kick right outside the box. 3 men are over it, as we've seen CCC handle it before.
Makes me wonder if they're just going to try to go far post, just buried in there. If they're going to try to do something safer, a little bit sneakier. I always love this part.
I think they're going to go right at goal here.
Well, looks like how many men in the wall? Got 4 men in the wall right there. Might go far post. Are they going to do the step over? Or just going to have the first man take it? Step overs.
And Saldo.
Oh, just misses the far post.
Nice job there. Nice free kick routine there.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty dangerous. Looked like it didn't fool the wall, but it didn't matter because he wasn't going around the wall anyway.
True. All right, and so we'll have 3 substitutions. Keep some fresh legs, try to maintain this lead. Blue River down to 10 men.
Which means they'll have to work that much harder to do what they were already doing, which was good attacking play. It's a shame that they have to play a man down as well as a goal down, but it's like I said, it's soccer. Miracles happen. Stranger things have happened.
So where do your tactics change whenever you go down to 10 men? For CCC, how do the tactics change?
Well, he does have an opportunity where he might say, all right, we need to bring it back. The defenders need to play more. They need to play further back. The midfielders need to play further back. Kind of park the bus. It's like you said earlier, Jose Mourinho style, although not so much this season.
So you have 2 options here. You could either try to attack, build on your lead, or take this comfortable 1-goal lead and just play defense. Let's see what they do.
And I think they'd be tempted to do that, but what we've seen is that their strikers are very fast. They have those breakaways. I don't think I'd want to rest on a 1-goal lead, not with a team that's been this dangerous offensively. You want a cushion of 2 goals before you even think to defend too much.
So they will probably be sent. So he's walking off.
It looks like he's being sent off.
So he's walking right off in the middle of the field, took his shirt off, got his bag, took his cleats off. He's just taking a ginger stroll.
Are they going to have to make him go through the tunnel then?
Something.
Wow, I honestly didn't know that when you get sent off. That
I've never seen this before.
Do you think maybe there were some words exchanged with the linesman
Probably
or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, this is sort of unorthodox, it seems like.
Looks like he's getting some
applause.
applause
Yeah, he's waving
from the
to
fans.
the crowd.
They're happy to wave him off.
Yeah. I think that's the CCC crowd, though.
Yeah, I think
generous
so.
sending off there. Goodness gracious.
As long as everybody's happy, that's what matters, right?
21 minutes to make sure we are, that's for sure. I've never seen that professionally or amateur-wise, but, hey, that's what you get when you watch CCC soccer.
If only I'd seen earlier, I could have watched to see if the coach patted him on his way out. That's always what they talk about. Does the coach acknowledge the player who just got a red card, or do they snub him? Unfortunately, we may have. Okay, no, we won't have to go to a replay for that, but still, curious.
It might be a long bus ride home to Independence tonight.
I think so.
For that player.
But the game is not over yet. Still have over 20 minutes to go, and they are attacking. They are not going to sit back, so CCC will have to defend smart, and looks like they managed to knock it away just enough to cut out the danger for now.
I imagine since Blue River has the speed that they will continue to send long balls to try to utilize that speed for sure. I mean, 10 men, 11 men, it don't matter. If you can create one-on-one situations, then.
And they've been really good about that, and they've been able to get through the back line, and looks like that's what they're trying to do right now. Nicely collected, brought down.
Nice job by Farrar overall coming out to get that ball.
Oh, looks like, oh, wow, that was a very aggressive foul. Looks like he's getting back up, but CCC player is staying down, but it's not going to protect him from what looks like a yellow card.
Who's going to get that yellow there, Ryan? Is that our player that's going to get it, or the Blue
I
River
believe
player?
so, because I'm pretty sure that was his foul. I'm
Okay.
almost positive that he was the one who put a
You're
leg
right.
in there.
You're right. He pointed toward our end, so it's our foul.
So it looks like something was going in the book there. Did he show him a yellow? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he sure did.
Oh, a red card. That must have been his second yellow.
James Ingram.
So it looks like we're both down to 10 men at this point.
Do you feel like that might have been a makeup call of some sort?
I don't know. To be honest, that was a pretty egregious foul. I mean, the second I saw it, I was like, that is a yellow card. Even if you're already on a yellow card offense is a yellow card offense. There's really not much that you can say. It looks like he's going to be.
So now we have James Ingram going off the field, and we had this Blue River player trying to push him off as if to say, hurry up.
Yes.
But we just saw a Blue River player take his sweet time getting off the field.
Plus, the clock is stopped. Let's not forget that. But still, you want to get back to the game. You got your blood pumping. You want to get back in there. And now they can probably taste it. Now that it's even again, player-wise,
true.
they want back in there.
That's why we need to go ahead and put on 2 or 3 more goals right here. Blue River, I think, needs to be sent back home to Independence, Missouri right here.
That's always a sound strategy if you can put in 2 or 3 more goals. Just thinking about it.
All right, here we go. Free kick. Probably send it long again into the box, you think?
Last time they sent it really, really low. It seemed like a huge mistake. So this time probably, yep, there it is.
All right, into the box.
Oh, wow, that was
Man.
dangerous.
Yes, that was. Walker got to it late, it seemed like. He wouldn't have been able to stop that if it would have been on target.
Looks like it was close. It looks like it was just over from, looks like we're signaling on some more substitutions.
All right, substitution here. Is that Trujillo? Looks like maybe like Gabriel Trujillo coming in for Contreras.
So I'm trying to see where they've changed up their line here. Looks like we still got a solid line in the back. I'm actually not sure where they've left the hole. I mean, here it's always a tough decision because a player gone just changes the entire metric there.
Yeah, you're right. And here's a nice little run
Is
down
he
the
gonna
left-hand
draw a
side.
foul?
Is that
Yes,
gonna be,
he did draw a foul there.
just as we talked about the sportsmanship, it starts to get a little testy here.
A little scrappy, yeah. Scrappy's okay. It doesn't look like anybody is getting too aggressive, but
Shot on goal.
well, a shot towards the goal.
Speaking of Little Scrappy's one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Also, probably my least favorite cartoon character.
He's now more known for Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think. But Little Scrappy actually used to have a pretty good rap career coming out of Trillville.
Trillville.
I liked that. All right, so ball out of touch over to Blue River.
That's a little outside of my purview of knowledge.
I understand,
sadly.
Mr. Butcher. I understand. But Little Scrappy in Trillville, that's what was going hard back in 2002, I tell you what.
Oh, that's basically a lifetime ago for some of these players.
I hate to say it, but yes, it was. Yes, it was. So we'll play it back.
Looks like was play stopped.
Injured Blue River player?
Looks like it. He's getting up slowly.
It's apparent that he hit him in the face. Someone in the crowd
There's definitely a possibility of hitting in the face.
Yes.
I don't know if we're going to do a replay to catch that. Probably
Someone
not.
got hit in the face. We'll just take the man's word for it.
You can always trust the fans. They never lie when it comes to the game.
Nah. Looks like Daniel Johnson coming back into the game, or no, they won't.
Looks like there's some discussion there. We've got another sub for CCC. Wasn't he the one who got the second yellow, or well, not the second yellow, but the second player who was given a card? Was he the one who was just subbed off?
Johnson, I'm not sure.
Again, I blame my very, very poor eyesight and the low lighting conditions. We are doing our best here just for you,
sure.
all of you in the stream.
And Saldo sends it out to the right-hand side. Shicky not able to get on the end of that one. Shicky, the scorer of the third goal. Borges will come up and play some defense as well as Schicky.
It's like he's being marked well. Aggressive play, but not too aggressive. No fouls, and they're moving to the right. Looks like they're going to try to charge play for. Blocked by the midfield. That was exactly where they've gotten all of their attacking play right there. If that had not been stopped.
Yes, they had two guys, one in particular, making a darting run through the middle there.
I would have been pretty nervous if I were in goal seeing that, but thankfully the danger was averted.
Mr. Butcher, you are using some pretty big words tonight during this broadcast, I must say.
I am an English teacher.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm going to have to start bringing a thesaurus or a dictionary with me just to keep up with you.
Oh, well, sorry. I'll try to bring it down a notch.
Appreciate it. Oh, nice interception there.
Not able to keep it, but definitely what you want to see. And there it is again.
All right,
but can he keep it, or the touch was too heavy? Another heavy touch.
Schicky coming up,
Another dispossession. Is he going to go on the wing? Oh, blocked. Very nice header from the blue.
Squirts through there. Blue River's going to pick it up.
They're definitely not quitting, and now that it's 10 on 10, if anything, that opens up the field more for them and gives them more opportunity to attack how they like to attack.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually. It does open up the field overall. Maybe more space for
was that a clean tackle? Looks like it was a clean tackle. No call from the referee, but the danger is not yet gone. And now looks like a corner kick for Blue.
Blue River.
Blue River. It's a very pretty color. It's not my favorite color, but it's a good one.
Actually, that is my favorite color, I must say. Blue is my favorite color.
Everyone knows green is better. Or red. I should probably say red because we are CCC. Actually, yeah, blue. Blue's great.
Make up your mind, man.
Well, I thought of my Chelsea, so.
Out.
And
swinger.
Over the line. Over the goal line for a CCC goal kick.
Who is this?
Oh.
Substitution for Blue River.
Looks like we got a player down in the box and not getting up.
Are they going to carry him off?
No carrying off.
No carrying off.
You have to score at least 2 goals to get that treatment.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Mia-her treatment.
You also have to be shorter than 5'9". Helps.
We must go ahead and say, in for goal, CCC, Igor Luchinsky from Brazil. Looking to make his kick right here. Sorry about that, Mr. Butcher.
And not our only player from Brazil.
Very true. We've got a pretty good representation from Brazil, pretty good representation from South America as well, Venezuela. Borges Gorgeous, he's from Brazil. Gabe Trujillo. Also, Maria Trujillo on the women's team.
Yep, we figured that out.
Right, looks like we got a free kick from Blue River. They're going to try to float it in.
I imagine so. And they've done this
that's
all
a
game.
beautiful ball. Oh, just to Igor there. Easily caught. If that had been just a foot shorter, that would have gone straight to their offense.
Cleaned up by Igor and a good outlet pass as well.
Oh, nice clean challenge right there.
Like Daniel Johnson has it in the middle there. Played off a Blue River player.
Looks like we got quite a lot of space there on the wing. Looks like he's just waiting for his chance, but the ball really hasn't been too much up the right side today. It's pretty much stayed on the far side of the field consistently.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think they're just trying to show off for the coach.
Or making it harder on us. Either way, pretty good run here by Blue River.
Very nice tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Galvin there. Jonathan Galvin. He's up on this left-hand side, sends it forward.
He's going to send it back to the goalie, be pressured, but does not even phase him.
Oh, clashing of heads there, maybe.
Looks like he's all right, not
Jonathan
going
Galvin.
to the ground.
Yeah, he's a tough guy back there. Dang, another good run.
Another clean tackle.
Gorgeous, Borges. Look out. Stole his cookies.
That one was a crowd pleaser. I'm sure you guys can hear that. Everyone loves a nice clean tackle, right?
That's true.
Another substitution for CCC.
Going to stop the clock here. Referee. Pretty strong hit there. Pretty strong challenge.
Doesn't look like he's rushing to book anybody right now, thankfully. Think we had enough bookings for one game, but you never know. Definitely don't want to see it go down to 9.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. And like you said earlier, as a ref, you don't want the decision to be on you. Play into the box there. Gorgeous,
tackle.
nice job.
So many good tackles right now, and that's really hard to do. You clip the player just wrong. That was a PK, but of course he's smart. He got it just the right time. He got all the ball there, knocked it outside, cut out the danger. This is a beautiful play.
Yes, definitely
I love it.
so.
You definitely don't want to get cocky when you're just up by one game. Have to keep playing smart. Look at that. Very nice charge.
And again, he comes in, makes a pretty good play.
Cuts out the danger.
In.
They keep trying to float it over the back, but Igor's there every single time. No danger for him. Seems
Couple of
confident.
extracurricular elbows right there. Did you see that in the box?
Just a few, yeah.
Huh.
It's to be expected when we've seen the game that we have. Nothing too bad so far, though.
Borges comes up and clears that. Trujillo sends it.
Hey, he did
Gets
manage to
through
float
there.
it through off the defender. Can he get it to the center, though? He has a little bit of help on the wing, and that's
nice ball
going.
in. Where's he going to go? Back over to the left-hand side. Is that a penalty?
looks like
Oh,
no penalty.
Senor. Oh, my.
Ingestica?
Como me duele.
Okay, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have given a PK there either, but it just is nice to see, you know. We really want that goal.
Yeah,
it was
we
close.
want it for
I don't
our
think he would have been
players,
able
for
to
sure.
keep it, though. It was a good thought. The ball was played to him well. He was just over it. It was just so close. There was a nice setup for that play, though. Now that one's going to be a foul.
So Johnson, he came up pretty good right there to defend.
There's our next booking right there. I knew we weren't done with them.
Booking.com. There we go.
I can't help it. This is what happens when you watch the Premier League all the time. Messes with your vocabulary.
Yeah, that and Chevrolet commercials. I tell you what.
Chevrolet commercials, yes.
My goodness.
And Heineken.
Yeah,
It's always
Heineken and Chevrolet commercials. That's what you
nonstop.
get with the Premier League.
Drink responsibly.
So Crystal Palace is on top in the Premier League. Is that correct?
Yes, I saw Chelsea lose to them last weekend. Thank you for opening that
No,
one for
we're
me.
not going to comment on that. As this free kick goes into the box, it looks like he was going right for goal.
Yep, which is, there's always a chance of the deflection that happened from the first goal, and it looks like CCC keeps it for a throw-in. But yeah, it's Crystal Palace and Leicester City, of all teams, are up there. So many cities.
True. Now, do you think that in the Premier League, do you think that Crystal Palace and Leicester City really have a chance to stay up top, or do you think eventually things will play out?
Leicester City barely stayed in the Premier League. Of course, they got in last season. I see them staying in the Premier League, but they'll probably be lucky to be a mid-table team by halfway through. And that's not to say they're a bad team, because they're a very, very good team.
Sure.
They've been playing hard. I'm going for Bournemouth, to be honest. I want to see them stay in the league.
And a pretty good run over there on the right-hand side.
Very
Just not
good
able
run.
to keep it in.
Able to shut out the danger. I actually do believe that one of the women's players is, if not from Bournemouth, from very close to Bournemouth.
That's cool.
So we got to chat about the cherries.
Nice.
Up the cherries.
Yeah, it's always nice to chat with the international students about the football from their homeland, and especially England and the Premier League. One
that
of the Premier
looks like a
leagues.
card for Adele now. Adele and Saldo, and he does not look like he agrees, which
Hands
is
in
a
the
rare
air.
thing.
He's kind of wondering about it, but
His hands are in the air, because he actually does care.
well, he does care. Very good point, Mr. Butcher.
But yeah, it is nice to talk to him, because it's like you said earlier, while it is a growing game in America, and we do have more and more people out at these games and more people going to their home team games,
Very true.
it's nice to chat with someone who has lived it and breathed it. We're still getting there, and I think we will get there in our, I would say within the next 10, 20 years, we'll have
I agree.
more world-class teams than we already have.
And at the World Cup, I think the U.S., women already pretty much dominate the game, but I think the men will start to do better in the competitions.
Absolutely, and I think if there's one thing we've seen from the women's competition, it's that the U.S. started out dominant and the rest of the world started to catch up, and they had to kind of show that they could still win that cup. And I'm not the only one who enjoyed watching that final against Japan.
Oh, no, not
The
at all.
rematch.
The Women's World Cup, it was enjoyable. Whenever you can watch the United States do well, whether it's at the Olympics, at the World Cup, Pan American Games, it doesn't matter. It's always
Maybe not so much the Gold Cup. But we won't talk about that.
Well, we'll be interviewing Klinsman later about
Oh,
that.
yes, indeed. We'll have to ask his opinion.
So free kick here for CCC, sends into the box.
Looks like he's going to be able to, just flicked on there, but not able to get it under control. So it's a throw in from the blue, deep in the blue.
Number 12, Maldonado over there.
I got distracted because I cannot handle how fast his play is going. Trail off mid-sentence. He's going to be able to get it to
Maldonado's battling over there on the sideline.
They're not
Schicky.
done. Looks like he's going to try to get it into the middle of the box. Will he be able to place it there? Oh, runs right into the goalie. It looks like he's calling a goal kick there. Yes, he is.
Didn't know quite what to do with himself there.
Yeah, he just kind of ran forward. Forward, unfortunately, was where their goalie was.
Good run by Schicky, though. Positive once again. Looks like he's a little shaken up. You hate to see that already down to 10.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the goalie would be happy to take a hit there, though, if it keeps the ball out.
Good point.
The goalies, I mean, again, I said earlier, they have the toughest job on the field almost because they put their bodies on the line. And, again, that's just what you want to see from them, and you have to give them credit for when they do it well.
How many goalies do you usually keep on a roster? 2?
Oh, I actually think, well, you need like 2 goalies who can start, but I think you'll also usually have a third goalie in there somewhere. I think like Man U has how many goalies now? Oh, very aggressive. Nice. He did go for it, and CCC closes down all the open defenders.
Nice battle in there by Schicky overall.
Yes,
He's getting
absolutely.
into it.
That was an excellent challenge.
I like that.
He got up quickly, tried to grab it, just a little bit off.
So you could maybe say goalies are a little bit like quarterbacks because in an NFL there will always be 3 quarterbacks.
I've always thought that the best thing about soccer was it's that what you expect from a quarterback in the NFL is that they will be the smartest player on the team, that they'll always see. And it's not that they're the most aggressive or the fastest, but they're the smartest. In soccer, every player is the quarterback. That's why we call them geniuses when they're good at what they do.
Nice. Good point there, and good job on that right-hand side. Number 10, Ribeiro.
Oh, looks like we have another card out. Looks like for number 5 or 17. He's not protesting, so it's hard to tell.
No, he's not arguing, so.
I think he was probably just happy to knock out the danger there. There he goes. All right, looks like number 20 for Blue River. Because as you pointed out, this rule, apparently when you get a card, you go out. I learned something today.
You do have to take time on the bench. So Trujillo with a powerful left foot.
It makes me wonder if he's going to try to curl that in onto the near post.
I would love to see him do that. Yes, it would be wonderful.
I don't know if it
would
would be the safest play, but I really want to see it. Throw caution to the wind.
Put it in there. All right, Gabe.
Looks like it swings wide of the goal.
Not enough curl on that one.
I don't think he was trying to take that. I think he was trying to float it in there, just put a little too much power to it.
See.
Hard to judge sometimes.
Brilliant player either way. Gabe's had a good game so far. Hadn't gotten on the scoring sheet, but that doesn't mean he hadn't played a good game.
Looks like the center ref is having a chat with one of the Coffeyville players. And he's jogging to the sideline.
Is that Mateus? Does he have something wrong with his jersey?
It looks like he may have taken a small hit there, so he's just going to go off just to be safe. And, of course, if you do have an injury or sometimes if there's blood showing, you absolutely have to be taken off the field and have that treated, which is a good policy.
Certainly so. Schicky. Been running around all day. Good job by him.
Definitely has good hustle.
And Saldo brings that one down. Oh, that's a no call there. Was that clean, Butcher?
I think it was a pretty clean challenge, but they don't keep it. It's already back, and it's 4-on-4.
He has a man on the left side, but
he's got man on both wings, but he's taking it, and so much room on there. You can tell that he's just a little irritated that he couldn't be a part of that play, and I don't blame him. That's a little optimistic right there.
Yeah, it's a journeyman's chance right there.
So we got 7.5 minutes left to go. CCC leads by 1. The attacking has not let up for either side. Both sides convinced that they can score 1 more before the time is up, and honestly would not surprise me.
No, it would not, especially like you said, the the Blue River team, they scored with, 3 minutes left to go in that first half. So.
I believe it was a minute and a half. It was
Okay.
really close.
Yeah, so anything could happen here. We can't let down. We have to, stay talking to each other, stay aggressive.
I'm going to guess by we, you mean Coffeyville, not us.
Yes, so, yeah.
Okay, just
you
making
and I,
sure. I don't want to get
already,
aggressive.
Well, we already ran our laps during halftime.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
I got my cardio in for the day. Just in case they have to call me down there to play. They'd have to go down several men, though, for that to happen.
Ball played too long. CCC picks it up. In Saldo.
Will he be able to cross it in? Oh, just floating in. Will he be able to head it? Oh, well picked up by the goalie right there. It looked beautiful. He was right there, but, again, the goalie has that reach. He was able to bring it down.
Yeah, very good point. Another long ball. Played way too long in the middle there.
Yeah,
CCC
it seems like they've had a lot of turnovers right there with that long ball. And keep in mind, that was the dangerous long ball that has gotten them all of their chances.
True.
But it looks like they might be tiring a little bit.
It's kind of coming back to bite them now.
Cleared out smoothly by Igor into
Igor
the half.
sends it down.
We just had a comment up here that Igor is great.
Yeah,
It's very
Igor
true.
does a very good job.
And he's not offsides. Can he get around the
Oh,
goalie?
Shicky,
He
he's
does.
gonna be able to do it. What
Can
can
he
he
put
do
it
with it?
into the center? Oh, not enough power on that. Looks like he was a bit off balance.
Man, almost too good to be true there. Situation where you find yourself, open net like that.
You can tell the goalie is probably feeling happy that he didn't give another one right now.
Very relieved. Trujillo just has to come back and play that back to Igor. Now, Trujillo looks to be playing a left back position, versatile in that way. He can strike. He can be in the midfield. He could also play left back.
We're seeing a bit of sweeper keeper right now. He's coming up pretty far to try to bolster the defense, which I guess is understandable when you're down a man, but you have to be careful you don't get caught outside the net.
That's true. I would love to see somebody send it over his head.
You're supposed to stay objective here, Dirk.
Nope.
I honestly would like to see it too. Preferably not now, though, when it's on this side of the field. Saying stop the time there.
Yeah, stop the time there.
Just over 5 minutes left to go.
We gonna have a throw or a kick here?
Looks like a free kick at a pretty dangerous angle for a right-footed player. Could easily curl that in to the top far side post. How many people are going to put in the wall? Looks like just Adele.
So one man in the wall.
Looks like they're not going to bring their line up. Just going to try to.
Puts it in.
Easily fielded by Igor.
Good job by Igor there. Dang, pretty nice kick, too. Trying to get Shicky loose.
It's not for lack of trying either. Oh, who got brought down there?
Good battling by Shicky down there. Good job, Lane. Way to battle.
Looks like that foul is going against CCC, unsurprisingly, to be honest.
Yeah. Daniel Johnson going to be called for that one there, yeah.
As you can see, the players starting to get tired, especially when you're playing down a man. The field just seems that much wider. There's one less person to pass to, one less person to clean up a mistake that you make. You start to get winded. It's very easy.
And we're under 5 minutes, so the pressure, is always on, but the pressure is now definitely on. They know it's under 5 minutes. It's now or never.
Honestly, I'm really liking CCC's play. For the most part, it seems like they've kept it. They've kept it in the attacking half. They've done really well about that, but Blue River is not done. They keep attacking, and if they can get one of those men through the defense, I think they might be able to grab a late goal, just like they did in the first half.
They're dangerous in that way, for sure. The long ball and the counterattack, they're dangerous with that.
See if that's how they go this time. He's free on the wing. But
tracking him back there.
Oh,
Galvin
very nicely stopped.
in.
Could have been dangerous if he didn't.
Switch it all the way over to the left-hand side. Galvin goes in.
Very nice tackle. It was enough to take the power off of it, so it could be easily picked up by Igor.
Yeah, Igor goes down and gets that. Now he's going to take his time surveying the field. 3 minutes left.
Maybe count some of the blades of grass on the artificial turf.
Shicky's going to come up and get that.
Is he going to play to the wing? Yes, drops it forward. He's got Adele in the box, but looks like he's not able to keep it away from the Blue River defense.
Good job by Blue River to track back.
And there it is. Got that leg up a little too high, and it results in another yellow card. I believe that's yellow card number 6 this game.
Quite a bit.
Hey, replay on the save, maybe?
Sure. Let's see that save one more time from earlier. Just enough to bring that power down from the defense.
And that might have been going outside, but Igor didn't want to take a chance. He wanted to go down and get that and make sure of it.
Absolutely. Plus then he can take his time, let the clock wind down a little bit. When you only have 2.5 minutes left to go, you want to go ahead and just try to slow things down. Because if one team gets that advantage, you never know.
Thanks for Courtney on that replay.
Great job, Courtney. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
She's been giving us some quality replays the whole game.
Definitely. So we'd like to also give a shout-out to Jay for her camera work.
Mm-hmm.
She was also here for the women's game. Played into the middle. Not a bad ball. Going to be cleared out by Galvin, though. Not so
cleared
far.
out all the way, though. Looks like they're not done attacking here. They know they only have about 2 minutes left, and they are going to play these last few minutes as hard as they can.
Ooh, good job by Daniel Johnson coming over there.
Looks like it's 3-on-3. The CCC's had their best chance to attack. Looks like the Blue River player is not getting up, but the referee is not going to call play back. He might not even see him.
Did they call that out there? Did they call that a foul? I think that's going to go to CCC.
Looks like the referee. Okay, now he sees that there's a player down right now.
So late in the game, only a minute 47 left.
Right, but that's actually all the more reason that people start going down. Again, when you're tired, you tend to go harder, and it's easier to fall down and hurt yourself.
Yeah, very good point there.
I had somebody ask me about that once. Asked, why are players in soccer games always falling down? And I was like, all right, you run as fast as you can, and I'm just going to stick my leg in between yours, and we see where you go.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's almost like when you're riding a bike and you throw a limb into the spokes of the wheel. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a good result. And it's easy for spectators and onlookers to not give credit where credit's due. You know, well, they're just running around kicking the ball. But, yeah, these guys are going hard 100% of the time, 110% of the time, and little like you said, limbs into the spokes of the wheel or anything to throw you off like that could do a lot of damage.
And then when you hit the ground, of course, you can be slow to get up because you've already taken a lot of knocks at this point, but it looks like he's going to be okay. He's being led off the field, but he's walking by himself. Still no carrying service.
He wasn't carried off the field.
Still no carrying.
Only me or her is getting that royal sort of treatment.
This is exactly why you should be tuning into both games if you want to see these types of moments.
You're missing out on quite a bit when you don't miss the girls' game.
Okay, looks like we've got a free kick for CCC in a dangerous area. Going to try to cross it into the box, perhaps.
Sent in. Ooh.
Dangerous spot, but cleared by the Blue River defense, but not completely. No call given. And yet it's back to CCC, which they will be happy to run down the clock just a little bit.
So, a minute 20 left.
This is always the most exciting part. It's the most nervous part for the home team fans. They want to see those 3 points. Oh, didn't quite get the strike, but he did keep it, so that is the part that matters. They're going to try. It looks like they are not going to let up. They could just start playing easy ball back, but Blue River is not going to let them do that.
Igor really needs to keep his concentration here.
It was very well played right into the center. Blue River is going back to their goalie, but time is running out. Got about 42 seconds left to go. Oh,
Galvin misplayed that ball there.
Very nice flick right there. You see him catch that with the side of his foot behind his back,
nice
and
job.
He's offsides, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for him, because we have 29 seconds left to go.
So Borges is going to flick this one out. He's going to let Igor take this kick.
You can see all the fans are getting up. They're nervous. They're anxious. They want to see where this is going to go. No one can really sit down for this. I'm barely sitting down for this.
I've been on the edge of my seat this whole time.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what.
Can't believe I paid for the whole seat when I only needed the edge.
I knew you had a zinger in you, Butcher. I knew you had one in you. That ball sent down far to the middle.
Oh,
this might be the last good attack.
Oh, just cleared that
Man.
out at the end. No call. Looks like that is the game.
Ah,
Wow.
there we go.
That was amazing. I thought that miracle was going to happen and that I was going to go to bed thinking that I caused that to happen.
No jinxing going on here. So the score at the end of it from Veterans Memorial Stadium, 3-2 in the men's game. And what was the girls' score? 2-1.
2-1. So CCC gets a win for both of their teams and very good technical wins. Beautiful play, a beautiful game. It's been a beautiful night, actually.
Now, who's going to be our player of the game for this men's game overall? We had a really good team effort overall.
Oh, that's really hard to pick. I was liking the fact that Chicky in the second half was being so aggressive because, again, it's like we said, you get so tired and you need someone who's going to keep pressing and pressing and pressing, even if sometimes it causes a foul, that they're there and they're being aggressive. I don't know. It's so hard for me to choose.
Let's
How
just
about you?
Let's just go ahead and give it to Lane Schicky and that
Let's do
wonderful
that.
head of hair that he has.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with judging a player by having great
He
hair.
hustled so much in the first half. It finally paid off for him in the second half. And he has a wonderful head of hair, and we want to recognize that. So, Lane Schicky, congratulations to you, man of the match. And again, from Veterans Memorial Stadium, it's been Ryan Butcher as my guest. I'm Dirk Andrews. Thanks for watching. Another game in 2 days on Saturday, but that'll be away. And then CCC men's and women's will be back home next Tuesday. So
I believe they'll be at 3 and 5 streaming from home.
All right, 3 and 5. So join us then. See you guys later. Good night. Have a good rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend. We love you. Peace.